Hi. Hey everybody, it's me, Mirame, your favorite 50% fanboy, 50% genius indie VTuber. I don't know why my hand is getting raised up. Hold on. Are we good? I think we're good. Okay. Where was I? I forgot. Anyway, last time, when we were in Genshin Impact, I think we were doing Temple of Space, but I remember last stream we were on the couch looking at Sandrone's trailer, and including Snizna, Ritsuritsa, all of that. This time, in the new update, we have Sandrone. So let's go try her out. As always, grab a snack or drink a daily water because that's what's best for you. Check your posture and hope you enjoy the stream. Now there's drops on Twitch, including Geodes of Replication, Mora, Sanctifying Unction, Heroes Wit. Depending on how long you watch, I believe you get all the rewards you've watched for like 2 hours, I think. But I think you only need to watch like an hour and a half for all the important rewards because Geodes of Replication aren't that important. Anyway, Sandrone is a crowd damage dealer who enables her teammates to deal stellar conduct reactions, who deals stellar conduct damage directly with her talents. When Sandrone is in the party, superconduct reactions triggered by party members will be converted to stellar conduct reactions. A solid prism will appear on the field, so that, turning the surrounding area into a wondrous pulsar field for a short period of time. I thought this was a mechanic unique to the Traveler for the time being, but I guess not. All characters inside the pulsar field receive a cryo electro damage bonus. When opponents within the field are hit by a cryo electro attacks, the field will restore anticipating elemental energies and then completely release them every 4 seconds. So it's kind of like how Columbina can store lunar reaction damage, and then do it back after a while. I think it's her ult that does it. So power creep already. This further increases the aforementioned damage bonus and also increases the base star conduct damage coefficient for 4 seconds. Additionally, opponents within the pulsar field will also have their physical resistance reduced. Charge attack. During a charge attack, Sandrone will summon the mechanism Fagio. I assume that's how you pronounce her name. Fagio's power will rise continuously, and once it reaches its max limit, Fagio will overheat and slow down its rate of attack. Outside of a charge attack, Fagio's power decreases slowly. When Sandrone is off field, she focuses on repairing Fagio, causing the latter's power to decrease quickly. When Fagio's power falls below 50% of the max limit, it will exit overheating and continue to bombard the opponent with the usual poison and elegance. Okay, I'm gonna have to re-watch the video because I'm not really understanding it. Okay, so if you see in the beginning, she has like this high rate of fire, and then these once in a while there's these pulses. Once the bar reaches max, she's overheated and needs to you would need to switch her off field. So it's not that you can't use her charged attack anymore, it's just that it gets much less efficient. When Sandrone unleashes the elemental skill, she will board her Tea Party tactical assault hover mech and elegantly hover forward for some time, as well as fire prism shots at any opponents nearby. During this time, Sandrone will also quietly repair Fagio on the side, causing its power to decrease quickly. Okay, so you use her charge attack, and then you use her skill. And then you probably use the charge attack again. But we'll see. When she unleashes her elemental burst, Sandrone will summon a large number of prismatic resonance cannons for an elegant wide area bombardment in front of her, kind of like Ultron in Marvel Rivals. Okay. Wrong button. Let's look at her other stuff. Let's see, what does she scale off of? Scales of attack. Probably phenomenal differential analysis. For impeccable ladylike poise, Sandrone boards a T-particle assault hover mech and hovers forward for 6 seconds. During this time, Sandrone can control the travel direction of the craft. Pressing sprint consumes 10 stamina and launches her into an elegant high-speed hover mode, in which she will move even faster at a cost of 15 stamina per second. So 10 stamina cost, and then 15 per second afterwards. Interesting. Usually it costs more to initiate the ult sprint, but I'm thinking of Warframe right now. When Sandrone starts hovering, if there are opponents nearby, she will also summon prismatic resonance cannons and fire 2 prism shots at any opponents who have yet to cool down, dealing crowd damage. Radiant Stellar Conduct. The second prism shot will instead deal crowd damage that is considered stellar conduct damage. When on the Tea Party tactical assault her mechs, Sandrona also early and quietly prepare Faja, causing decoding power to swiftly decrease. When in decoding mode, Faja's decoding power continuously decreases. When its decoding power reaches the maximum, Faja will be able to maintain or re-enter decoding mode. The turning of the gears in various machines, the precise point where the primordial sea freezes, the frequency at which the night songs gently drift in the air, the ancient laws of tides ebb and flow, and the rising and setting of the moon. All these can be brought under theorems reducible to clean, neat formulas. Then it does us no harm to admit. What? Then it does us no harm to admit, as indeed we must, that our gods, our hopes, and the things we love, they can all be defined by reason. Formally phenomenal, QED. In line with the established lead-like behavior, Sandrona summons a large number of prismatic resonance cannons for frontal bombardment before firing on her foes with convective as in it converges at a point. Convective inhibition ray, dealing AoE cryo damage. Radiant solar conduct. The convective inhibition ray instead deals AoE cryo damage and is considered solar conduct damage. I can believe in something so long as solid evidence can be produced for it. If not, then I will have to first prove it. This is how a proper lady carries herself. She who submits to the unknown out of weakness of will cannot be called such. Eternal Speculation Engine. Oh. Radiant Solar Conduct. When using the elemental skill, formulate phenomenal differential analysis, that's her skill. If Faja's decoding power is greater than 50, the second prism shot fired by Faja at nearby opponents will deal 400% of its original damage as Faja's decoding power is decreased. Additionally, for every 10 points of decoding power Faja loses, it gains 1 stack of Refined Tactics for 60 seconds at maximum of 10 stacks. When Sandrona uses Elemental Burst, formulate Phenomenal QED, while in the Radiant Solar Conduct state, all attacks of Refined Tactics are cleared, causing the convective inhibition rate to deal 100% plus number of stacks cleared times 10% of its original damage. Okay. So charge attack, skill, maybe charge attack again, skill if possible, and then ult. Okay. I don't know if her stacks stay if you're off field. A lady's code of conduct increases Sandrona's elemental mastery based on her attack. If her attack will increase her elemental mastery by 8. The maximum increase she can gain this way is 160, sorry. 100 equals 6, 200 equals 16. So you want 2000 attack. When party members triggers superconduct, it will be changed to solar conduct, and party members' base solar conduct damage will be increased based on Sandrona's attack. Every 100 attack she has increases the base solar conduct damage by 0.7%. The maximum increase that can be gained this way is 14%. Is it 2000 again? So 200 is 1.4. Yeah, 2000, yeah. Initially, when Sandrona is within pulsar fields, she will enter the Radiant Solar Conduct state. A caucus prelude and a long tail. When Sandrona is in the party, you'll get additional snack rewards after turning in your daily commissions with Catherine. Interesting. There are a lot of food-related passives. For example, I wouldn't really call this a passive, but a major one is Escoffier using her hold skill. Her hold skill gives you 10 cooked food every week. This counts towards your battle pass's 20 cooked food requirement. I believe in Nefa, when you consume food, she will refund a part of your ingredients. I'm not sure if it applies to food that you can obtain normally. For example, Escoffier does have food that can only be obtained from her charged skill. I don't know if those count, or if those give you anything. Other passives include certain characters being able to have a chance to give a bonus food. For example, Xiangling has a 14% chance to give you an extra attack food. I'm not including character specialties because everyone except for Raiden Shogun has one. I think Aloy doesn't have one. I'm not sure though. I think Ferris is something similar, but whatever. Point is, this could be good depending on how it actually works. I wish it would actually explain. I mean, I could look at a wiki or something. Sandrone Genshin Wiki. Let's see. Talents. Stop scrolling. Doesn't say. Yeah, the wiki doesn't say. Androne Eka. I honestly don't know. I can't find anything on it. So, you know, if you have Sandronia or something, do let me know in the comments. So she is using the new Crowd Solar set. And also, with Sandronia's release, and, you know, with stellar reactions in the game, we finally know what second half of the 4 set does. Okay, I don't know if I can pull up what it looked like before, but it doesn't say like what the stellar reactions did because they weren't in the game yet. But now it says increases superconduct reaction damage by 80% and superconduct reaction damage by 40%. When a reader attacks opponents affected by superconduct or stellar conduct, this attack's crit rate is increased by 16%. I believe it only says increases superconduct damage by 80% and then the crit rate. And doesn't say the stellar conduct reaction damage. I wonder if these two are stackable. Like, if you have stellar conduct, does it only get the 40% bonus, or do you get 40 plus 80%, or is it like multiplier or something? Constellation's not gonna look at that. Teaspoon of Transcendence. Secondary stat is crit damage. Let's see. With Fairy's Cleaning, attack is increased by 28%. Additionally, each time the equipping character hits an opponent with their charge attack, they change Transcendence for a short time. The stellar conduct damage is increased by 16% for 5 seconds. This effect can stack once every 0.2 seconds, maximum 3 stacks. So maximum of 48%. Who can this be used on? For now, Sandrone is the best, of course, because she's the only one who can use stellar conduct. In the future, Razor and Eula would be the ones, because they currently are the ones who deal physical damage, and a stellar conduct buffs physical damage. They are also Electro and Cryo, so they can also make use of it. F2P, Chongyun could work, but, you know, who uses Chongyun nowadays? Chongyun is more of a support, a sub DPS nowadays, given he has a normal attack speed increase, which is very rare in Genshin. Right. There you go. Barisola, let's use our skill. We change our direction. We can also use our... The cooldown is very short. In theory, you can do this infinitely. In theory. Was it only one hit, or did it just end prematurely? I thought it was like multiple hits, but I guess not. Right! Yeniko and Chisha also got buffed in this update. We'll look at that in a bit. Then we just saw her buff in action. Oh, yeah, it doesn't do multiple hits. Ow. Neat. I do like her playstyle. I don't know if I should pull for her though. That's a problem. Because she does stellar conduct. Does she do like regular star reactions, or is it just stellar conduct? Hold on. It's only stellar conduct, so it's not that good at the moment. Of course, it could very much change once new characters come out, but at the moment, I don't think she is a must pull. Okay, let's... I don't think Trident has Genshin. Okay, let's look at Game 8. Game 8. tier list. He's definitely very comfortable to play, even more comfortable than Nouvellette, who is very close to how she works. Yes, Sandrone is in the top tier in Game 8. Is Sandrone a must? I don't think she is, though. So worth pulling from what I'm reading, worth getting. If you didn't get Lohan, but you need for example, if you need a crowd DPS, you didn't get Lohan in the last version. Sanjone is probably better than Lohan because as a newer unit, she is, you know, a bit supposed to be a bit better than Lohan. Not to mention that Lohan needs Hexarray. If you are very unlucky, you may not have Hexarray. But Hexarray characters, a lot of them are 4 stars. There are 5 stars, of course. 4 stars and 5 stars. They can be your team. They can be your supports, your sub DPSs. Sandrone also works with existing characters. It really depends on what you have, or if you're lucky enough to get Lohan before. Also, since it's a new month, remember to exchange for your fates. Since we're not going to pull for this version, we might as well do on the standard banner. Yeah, we have 20 pulls. Purple. Sacrificial Blade. I already have it maxed. Refinement. And purple again. The bell, I think I will have it maxed. Okay. Yeah. But it looks, I didn't have much expectations going into that anyway. Right. And another thing with the new month is, yeah, over here. Would have been faster if I used that, but not anymore. We have a new Imagineering Theater, but we're not going to do that yet. Reason for that is Witch's Revelation. So Witch's Revelation is kind of like Hexarray. What it does is that it buffs existing characters, especially older characters, to make them more viable. So for example, Chi-Chi, Diona, these are all version 1 units. I think Beta as well. They're all version 1 units that aren't that good. Chi-Chi has probably been the worst unit of this game. Diona, I've used her a lot up until around Fontaine. Beta also used her quite a lot until around the same time when I started to know more about, Genshin itself. Rio released in Fontaine. I personally didn't like him that much. Not because he's male, okay? I understand his playstyle. I just don't like he has health drain, A. And B, he's not comfortable to use. Yamiko was supposed to be a official upgrade. She is. But then Hexarray came around, and even before Hexarray, people were using Golden Trope on Fischl, and Fischl is easier to get to C6 because she's 4 stars and not 5 stars. Yada yada yada. It's basically comparing Lingsha to Gallagher. Gallagher, for those that don't know, in Honkai Star, you have Gallagher and Lingsha. Both are break healers, abundance units. The difference is that Gallagher is a 4 star, so he's easier to get. They are both break fire healers. Lingsha is harder to get because she's 5 stars. And usually if you have a 6 Eidolon 6 Gallagher, which is the equivalent of C6, you basically have an E0 or E1 Lingsha. Yamiko is pretty much the same, but that could change with this new buff. Yue Mizuki, animal healer, not that great. Basically Aoife, but different. And Aoife has Night Soul, and yeah, Yue Mizuki did not release at a good time. If she released at least a version ago, she would be a good contender for Aoife, but no. Again, similar to the Lingsha Gallagher, Diona, not Diona, the official Yamiko situation. Sino, our, I think, yearly Electro DPS. He's okay. Problem is, you can sometimes miss his enhanced skill during his alteration. I think he's okay, but he's just been power cut by newer units. He was released in Sumeru, and then he got power crept in Fontaine with Chlorine, and then Chlorine got power crept by Veressa in Netland, and then Veressa got power crept by Flynn's and Notcry. So yeah, Electro DPSs, they basically change every year. I would not be surprised if Snezhnaya has a new Electro DPS, given that it is a Soda region, and Soda region has Soda Conduct, so there's bound to be some sort of Electro unit. Anyway, which is Revelation. In Soda, which began a new reading, the weapon Weft of Fate emerged through the Ancient's card spread. Let's check it out. I believe Diona is in the Imaginarium Theater, so that's why I wanted to clear this first. I also have Nicole's, which is homework ready, given that, you know, she's where the hell are we? I don't think this waypoint was here before, was it? Even if it was here, I think they changed the environment. Yes. Let's take a look at the walk around. Can't speak today as usual, as you guys can tell. Come on, we're in Fontaine. You've probably just got Dodocos in the brain. Oh great, Dodocos have finally risen up.
Oh yeah? これは奇遇だね。旅人。それにパイも。バーベロスみたいな凄腕の占い師の口から奇遇って言葉を聞くのはなんだか変な感じがするな。
Probably preordained by fate.
正真正銘奇遇だよ。わしは冗談など言ってないさ。旅人は世界の外から来た降臨者だからね。運命がテイワットに縛られていないんだよ。たとえどんな占い師だろうと、お前の未来は予測できないだろうね。だが、今回の奇遇は実に絶妙だ。少し前におかしな予兆を垣間見たんだよ。ちょうど暇を持て余していたもんだから、その一筋の予兆を少しばかり占って、その軌跡をたどっておったのさ。ちょっとした気晴らしと短い休暇ってところだね。そうそう、予兆を追っている最中におぼろげな運命の糸を何本か捕まえてね。その主の姿も見てみたんだ。それがこいつらだよ。
These are the buffed characters? Seems like it. These are all people we know.
ほら、だから言ったでしょ。旅人はとっても友達が多いから、彼らのことも知ってるはずだって。
この声は知ってる。アリスか？
はい、旅人、パイモン。会うのは結構久しぶりよね。今回バービーが占いをした時に私も参加したの。
ああ、アリスがしつこくせがまなければ。
But they can share the Dodoco. Interesting. Didn't know that. At least it never happened before, I don't think.
占いの算式から除外していたところだったよ。
それじゃ休暇が取れなくなってたでしょ。それに魔女が予言を導き出したからには、その予言に関わる子供たちをがっかりさせるわけにはいかないよ。みんな新しいプレゼント、偉大な使命、そして神秘的な予言を待ち望んでいるんだもの。とにかく省略するなんて絶対にダメ。
まったく、お前には呆れたよ。だが、こうした微小な変数を集めれば、わしの算式も少しは修正できるかもしれないな。ここへ来たのはそういうわけさ。彼らに会って可能なら簡単な占いでもしてやろうと思ってるんだ。
So when will they be here?
そんなことまで詳しく占う暇はないが、これだけは言えるね。遅かれ早かれやってくるよ。
つまり、ここに露店を出してずーっと待ち続けるつもりなんだな。
大丈夫。このドドコはただの身代わりだからね。本体のわしはしっかり研究を続けておるから。
そうなのよ。バービーのドドコには自動感知システムを搭載してあげたから、お目当ての人が屋台の前に来たら彼女に知らせが届くようになってるの。それに どどこも楽しそうに体をくねらせるから、視線を釘付けにすること間違いなし。
何しに戻ってきたんだ。腕をどかしな。水裏の番号落ちてしまうじゃないか。あとそのホットチョコレートをわしの原稿用紙にこぼさないようカップはしっかりと持つんだよ。
はいはい、ちょっと待っててね。これでよしと。そうそう、バービー、このカップはあなたの分だから、本当に砂糖はほんの少ししか入れてないの。誓ってもいいよ。
お前にとっての微糖とわしにとっての微糖は甘さに大きな差があるだろ。
I'm guessing Alice really likes sweet things, so
話がそれちゃったね。
she tends to use a lot
と
of
に
sugar.
かくバービーの占いの結果を聞いたとき、本当なら私はその子たちを集めて素敵なパーティーを盛大に開こうと思ってたの。招待状の届け方まで考えて、わざわざかっこいい鳥をたくさん探したんだよ。想像してみて。みんなが寝静まった深夜に純白の巨鳥が不思議な招待状を加えてやってくるの。その封筒を開けると、今まで見たこともない世界に。
だがそんなことをしても運命の奇跡を乱すだけだ。それにこんな些細な予言の面倒を見てやるなんてめんどくさいったらありゃしない。そりゃ止めるに決まってるさ。
残念だけど、パーティーを開く機会はまだまだあるよね。ちょうどいいタイミングが来たらみんなを招待するから。少しでも早くパーティーを開くために、旅人パイモン、その子たちを連れてくる任務はあなたたちに任せたよ。
いいの？
これも運命の奇跡を乱すことになるんじゃないか。
こいつらはもともと旅人と関わりがあるし、理論的にはすでに運命も絡み合っておるな。旅人が出向いて呼んできたとしても占いへの影響はさほどないだろうね。
さすがは旅人、やっぱり頼りになるよ。パーティーのためにもお願いね。ケーキに一番近い特等席を2つ取っておいてあげるから。バービー、どうして髪をちぎってるの？何をするつもり？
これで耳を塞ぐのさ。お前は耳にうるさくて、ニコは頭に響くときたもんだ。まったくオクタビアが恋しいよ。
Reminds me, we've only seen Octavia through Live 2D art. We haven't met her in person yet. Or even her, Dodoko. Complete Witch's Revelation related quests to unlock additional talents for the corresponding characters. Certain characters' skills and constellation effects will also change. Each Witch's Revelation quest is focused on a specific character. Obtain the corresponding character and increase their level to 70 to unlock the related quest. Babalov-san? She's not voiced. Fuck you. Okay. Can't really interact with anything else, it didn't seem like. I mean, this is animated, so it shows that we can we can interact with it. Right. Okay, whoever shows up first will do it. Chi-Chi. 7 Sacred Treasures. Could have elemental skill. Herald of Frost is reduced to 15 seconds. While Herald of Frost is on the field, characters in Chi-Chi's body have their superconduct and subconduct reactive damage increased by 50%. Additionally, when inside a pulsar field, Chi-Chi will enter radiant superconduct state. So it's more for, you know, Sandro at the moment. But it, you know, it could still work with a regular superconduct team. So it only buffs the skill and technically passive. Okay. We actually have a unique menu like this. Let's accept them all. And then we'll do what we can. We can only do one at a time, then they all come to this booth, it seems like. And then that Melusine just spawned in.
ナナ、何か思い出せたか？
ごめん。
謝らなくていい。大丈夫だぞ。パレメルモニアまではまだ距離があるから、 もう少し歩いてみよう。もしかしたら家がどこか思い出せるかもしれない。
I'm sure you could tell from her outfit where she's from.
見ろ、ナナがいるぞ。一緒にいるのはメリュジーヌか。見たことない組み合わせだな。あ、旅人、それとパイモン。
I don't know what time is it, so hello.
ナナの知り合いか。よかった。
I think it's morning.
私がルミドゥースハーバーの近くで操作をしていた時にこの迷子を見かけて。迷子だよな。体型からして人間の子供のはずだ。
ナナは
She's a good friend.
そうそう。オイラたちはずーっと前から知り合いの仲良しの友達なんだ。お、よく反応したな。もしナナが自分をキョンシーだって言ってたら、このメリュジーヌを怖がらせちゃうところだったぜ。うん。大切な友達。そう。
ようやく手がかりがつかめたようだな。正直に言うと私もここまでお手上げの状況に遭遇したのは初めてなんだよ。友達なら知ってると思うけど、彼女の記憶には少し問題があるようで、名前以外のことがなかなか思い出せないんだ。
I assume she lost her notebook then, because she uses it to save information.
かわいそうにな。私はひとまずマレショーセファントムに連れて行って保護するつもりでいた。そこへ向かう道中で彼女が少しでも記憶を取り戻せないか様子を見つつな。君たちは彼女の家がどこにあるか知ってるか？教えてくれれば私が直接送り届けよう。
知ってはいるけど、ここからじゃさすがに遠すぎるぞ。
How did she get here in the first place?
遠すぎ。
Oh.
ナナ、ずっと洗礼について歩いてたらルミドゥースハーバーに着いた。
思い出したのか？
What that's Nicole's
さ
doing.
らに前のことは？
その前は白先生と一緒に
Yulong Wharf,
なん
maybe?
だっけ、患者さんのところに行って薬草を取って、それから。あ、イローフのことか。
Yep, knew it.
名探偵パイモンは全部まるっとお見通しだぞ。ナナは白術と一緒にイローフへ往診に行って、そのあたりで薬草を取ってる時に迷子になった。で、たまたま出会った洗礼についていったらルミドゥースハーバーまで来ちゃったってわけだな。おいら、旅人と一緒に怪盗と名探偵を読んでてよかったぜ。この程度の推理は朝飯前だぞ。
You do know that book's a work of fiction, right?
おお、確かに筋が通ってるな。それじゃあ私はすぐに出発してナナをイローフまで送るよ。白術さんはナナの保護者なんだろ？きっとすごく心配しているはずだ。
Wait, those people in Barbaros Prophecy, wasn't Chichi one of them?
あ、そうだ。うっかり忘れちゃうところだったぞ。おーい、バーベロス、いるか？聞こえてるか？
I wonder if this Melusine is gonna call her out for like
大声を出さずともよい。
being here
ず
legally.
っとここにいたけど、
Obviously, she doesn't have like a
お前
permit or
たちの会
something.
話を遮りたくなかっただけだよ。慶長は優秀な占い師の本能だからね。いわゆる洗礼の道案内もある種の運命の導きと言えるだろう。せっかくここまで来たんだ。ついでに占いなんてどうだい？
占い？
もう待ってよバービー。そんな形式的な態度じゃ子供が怖がっちゃうじゃない。ちょっとどいて。よく見ててね。サプライズプレゼントはこうやって渡すのが正解なの。小さな魔女界のナナちゃん、私はあなたの盟友クレイのママで、この世界で一番すごい大魔女。
アリスおばさん、こんにちは。
本当に礼儀正しくて可愛いいい子ね。さあ、大魔女が小さな魔女のためにサプライズで予言の儀式を行ってあげる。
予言？儀式？
目の前にあるカードを見てみて。綺麗でしょ。どう？素敵じゃない？
気に入った。
よかった。それじゃそこから1枚引いてね。
うん。これでいい？
もちろんだよ。ちゃんと協力してくれたご褒美にそのカードはあなたにあげちゃう。
ありがとう。
さあバービー、あなたの休憩時間はもう終わりよ。ナナちゃんのために解読してあげて。
肩を揺さぶるんじゃない。ちゃんと見ておるよ。吊るされた男の聖地会。それを弾ける者はそう多くない。
つまりナナちゃんはとっても特別な存在ってこと。
超越と忍耐を象徴し、世俗からの徴奪をも意味しておる。一定の制限の中におるが、お前さん自身はそこから抜け出そうとは思っておらんようだね。
制限、直令のこと？
表面的に言えばその理解でも間違ってないよ。未来のことはただ待つだけでよい。当然お前さんにとって一番有り余っているのは時間だろう。だが、おや、こいつはおかしいね。
はいはい、ストップストップ。そんなに一気に喋ると小さい子が疲れちゃうでしょ。まずはナナちゃんにこのプレゼントをじっくり堪能してもらおうよ。子供にはもっと気長にたっぷり時間を設けて接しなきゃね。えナナちゃん、このささやかなサプライズ喜んでもらえたかな。
カード、きれい。ありがとう。アリスおばさん。
あら、お利口さん。頑張っておばさんの名前を覚えてくれたの？本当はもっとあなたとお話ししたいけど、そろそろ時間ね。バービー、もしまだ言いたいことがあれば、次に小さな魔女会が集まるときに小さな魔女一人一人に予言をしてあげて。きっとみんな喜ぶはずよ。
勝手にわしの仕事を増やさないでくれないかい？
はい、決まり。それじゃあまたね、ナナちゃんと立ち会い人さんたち。
バイバイ。アリスおばさんとアリスおばさんのお友達。
ふう、話は終わったのかな。さっきの二人の声、このぬいぐるみから聞こえてたのか。これは新型のおもちゃか何か。あ、違う違う、そんなことを考えている場合じゃない。ナナ、白術さんを探しに行こう。
うん、時間になった。ナナ、帰らないと。また今度。旅人、タイモン。
Take care and stay safe.
カード、プレゼント。きれい。
Let's read the story. Wonder what this is about. Heard a domain and domain sound, so we might be using Shishi. Yep. Witch's Ward. All creatures of the party will be prevented from falling when they lose health. So we can't die. Okay. Creatures' energy recharge is greatly increased. During combat, starry prisms will appear on the field, continuously granting nearby characters the Pulsar field buff. First of all, summer event background. Second of all, I wonder if this is supposed. Is this hard, or is this just a way for us to test Chi-Chi? I wonder. Seems just be a place for us to test Chi-Chi's buff, given that there's no time requirement. We only need to kill these guys. I also noticed that coaching doesn't have her
戦法を開け権限制
electro set, so her skill cooldown is longer than her infusion duration.
世の乱れを切り尽くせ。
But this coaching is not good to use.
や
She also needs to normal attack once in a while. I forgot to do that. Okay, I guess that's that. Pretty short, but not a bad thing.
つまりあなたも私の厄介な体質を解決できないってこと？
For those that don't remember, Diona has a Blasphema fairy of sorts, an Ocean Eater fairy, where she, no matter what she uses, even if they're like really, even if they're like low quality, maybe rotten ingredients, she can still make really good drinks.
そうだね。この運命の乱れはお前さんの運命とあまりにも深く結びついておる。
Also, I'm not getting Twitch drops from my own stream. I don't know why.
運命の木から生え出た新芽のようなものだ。それはずっとお前さんが太陽の光や雨露を吸収する手助けをしてきたし、すでに運命を形作り始めてもいる。もしむやみにその芽を切り落とせば、残された傷口から何か良くないものが入り込んで、木全体が病気になってしまうかもしれないよ。
はあ、まるでこの体質がいいものだと思ってるような言い方にゃ。これのせいでいつまでたっても本当に作りたいお酒が作れないっていうのに、新芽っていうより大樹に絡みついて苦しめようとしてる鶴みたいじゃない。
もしそうだったら運命の拒絶反応に従えば簡単に切り落とせるんだがね。だが残念ながらそれはそういうものじゃないんだよ。
It's a blessing, but she sees it as a
子供た
curse.
ちはここまでだ。これでわしがれっきとした占い師だと信じてくれただろう。ほら、さっき言った通りにこっちへ来て適当にカードを1枚引いとくれ。お前さんの未来に少しだけアドバイスをしてやろう。
じゃあ適当に引くよ。これに、やっぱりこっちかにゃ。
安心しな。どのカードを選ぼうと引けるのは運命に定められた1枚だけだよ。
この占い師さん、笑い方がすっごく怖い。でもすごい占い師さんのアドバイスなら本当に役に立つかもしれないし、真剣に選ばないと。
久しぶりだよな。
旅人にパイモン？
さすがだね。いつも絶妙なタイミングで現れるじゃないか。
Timing's my strong suit. How else could I handle so many commissions?
確かにその通りだよ。つかみどころのない運命よりも確実な依頼の方が人の言動をより直接的に形作れるものだ。さて、このこと話すのはお前に任せようかね。どうやらわしという魔女をあまり信用しておらんようでな。
Is Diona in the Little Hexen Circle? I don't remember. I don't think she is.
怪しい占い師なんてどう考えても信用できないだろう。旅人はこの占い師さんと知り合いなの？よかった。やっと信頼できる人に話が聞ける。旅人、パイもこっちこっち。ちょっと聞きたいことがあって。
I was just about to ask. What are you doing in Fontaine?
もちろん、新しいお酒の材料を探すためだよ。これまでの私は視野が狭すぎたの。お酒を作るのに食材ばっかり探してたから。お前が使う材料全部が食材ってわけでもないと思うけどな。とにかくどれも口に入れられるものばかりでしょ。目をつぶって歯を食いしばれば飲み込めはするにゃ。
So you're planning to find completely inedible ingredients.
そうだよ。例えば 錆びたネジに廃
Ah.
棄されたケーブル、固まった油汚れの塊とか、フォンテーヌ科学院でフォンタを作ってるおじさんが手伝ってくれたおかげで、こんなにたくさんいい材料を見つけられたの。
You know Henry? Where did you run into him?
美味しい炭酸飲料はフォンテーヌ科学院が作ってるって聞いてたから、もともと興味はあったの。行ってみたら、ハインディおじさんが気前よく新しい味のフォンタを何本も飲ませてくれてね。あのおじさんからはお酒の匂いが全然しなくて、甘酸っぱいフォンタの香りしかしないんだよ。一嗅ぎしただけで頼りになる大人だって分かったにゃ。それにここへ来るようにも勧めてくれたんだ。あたしみたいな特殊体質は科学院の技術じゃ解析できないかもしれないんだって。でも最近
Surprised he knows about the stall.
近くにすっごくよく当たるって評判の不思議な占い屋があるっていう話を聞いたらしくてね。もしかしたら
I wonder if Barloff is going to be here
わか
permanently.
るかもしれません。それさえ判明すれば解決方法も見つかる可能性がありますよ。
Probably, given that people need to come here
こ
for
の
the
筋
new
が
new
通
buffs.
ってるし、考え方もはっきりしてるな。さすがはフォンテーヌ科学院の研究員っていうか。それでこの占い屋に来たんだけど、来てすぐに彼女に呼び止められて、私の体に奇妙な乱れがあるって言われたんだよね。何も言ってないのに私の体質の問題を全部言い当てたんだよ。でもフォンテーヌ科学院の研究論理は直接占いに応用できるわけじゃない。さっきも言っただろ。たとえ原理が分かったとしても、その後は一筋縄ではいかないよ。神秘学は実体のあるベアリングやネジじゃないからね。わしにもお前さんの運命を直接修理してやることはできないのさ。それってつまり何も変えられないってことだよね。だったらカードを引いても意味ないにゃ。それがそうとも限らない。カードを引けば運命に欠けていた小さな歯車が見つかるかもしれないよ。一見ちっぽけな部品に見えても、しっかりと装置に取り付けてやれば、それが巨大なシステムを動かすことだってある。私を騙そうとしてるんじゃないよね。旅人はどう思う？
Oh, this is very reliable. Just relax and draw a card.
わかった。旅人がそう言うなら引いてみる。引いたよ。このカードは。おや？これはまた奇妙だね。まさかお前さんの体の乱れがこれほどまでにたくましく成長しておったとは。もはや新芽ではなく一本の丈夫な枝になっておる。実に奇妙だ。どういう意味にゃ？それってこれから私が作るお酒がどんどん美味しくなっちゃうってこと？
It doesn't sound like a bad thing in itself, but given everything we know about Diona's
体
motivations,
質だけのことを言うならその通りだね。それに引いたカードは逆位置の女教皇だ。それは今まで幕の手前にあるものばかりに気を取られていたことの証明さ。だからこそいつまで経ってもその幕の先に行くことができなかった。お酒の調合とはあんまり関係なさそうだね。このカードがどんな食材を探しに行けばいいか教えてくれると思ってたのに。確かに月油のアルカナにそれはできないね。少なくとも今はまだ。だがお前さんも必ずしもお酒の調合という行為を通して人生の本当の答えを探す必要はないんだよ。私の人生の本当の答えは酔っ払いのおじさんを全員懲らしめて二度と酔って暴れたりできないようにすることだにゃ。大した行動力だ。だが体は行動していても心はずっと立ち止まったままのようだね。そんなことない。私は 私は心の底からお酒を飲む変なおじさんのことが大嫌いなの。
I'm guessing she's exposing her tsundere personality.
なら、そいつと話したことはあるのかい？
Bad?
誰のことを考えてるかも分かっちゃうの？私、何も。
占ったに決まってるだろう。焦りによる行動や混乱した感情は捨てて、一度本心からそいつと向き合ってみるのもいいかもしれないよ。その方が世界一まずい酒を調合するより有意義かもね。
そんなの絶対無理だよ。お酒を飲んだら何にも聞いてくれなくなるんだから。
以前はそうだったかもしれない。だが今、お前さんは一つの小さな歯車を見つけたじゃないか。それが回れば少しは状況に変化が起きるかもしれないよ。
このカードのこと？でもこれ、ただのカードじゃない。
もちろん違う。わしが言っておるのはすでに変化し始めたお前さんの心のことさ。
私の心なんて少しも変わってないよ。もう、お酒の材料を探しに行くから。
He's in denial.
占い代はいくら？ちゃんと払わないと。
本当に礼儀正しい子だね。あの小娘よりずっと可愛げがある。だが代金は不要だよ。魔女からのささやかな贈り物だと思いな。
ありがとう。もしモンドに来ることがあれば、飲み物をおごってあげる。美味しさは保証するにゃ。
わしがモンドに？機会があれば一度行ってみるのも悪くないね。
Mona.
あなたたちも付き合ってくれてありがとう。旅人、それとパイモンも。
You're welcome. If you ever need help, just let me know.
どんな面倒事でも、オイラたちがすぐに駆けつけて手伝ってやるぞ。でも、いひひ、その後は美味しい飲み物をおごってもらわないとな。あなたたちがモンドに遊びに来たら、絶対に一番美味しい飲み物をごちそうしてあげるにゃ。もちろん、お酒が一滴も入ってないやつをね。
そうそう。もしカードについてまだ疑問があれば、モナという小娘を訪ねるんだよ。あいつのことは知っておるな？
モナ姉さんのこと？知ってるよ。よくお店に来て一番安い飲み物を頼んでるけど、彼女もすごい占い師なの？
わしの足元にも及ばんよ。だが月遊のアルカナの解読すらできんようなら占い師を名乗る資格はないね。お前さんはただ偉大なるアストロマンサーバーベロス・トリスメギストスに代わって試練として予言を持ってきたと伝えればいいのさ。安心しな。そう言っておけばあいつは必ず全力を尽くして解読してくれるよ。
覚えたよ。アストロマンサーバーベロス・トリスメギストス。すっごく長い名前。そういえばモナ姉さんのフルネームも長かったっけ？確か
Astrologist Mona Megustus, I think.
忘れちゃったにゃ。
Anyway, we get to, I think we do. Alright. We know what this is, so, let's do it. I forgot what her buff is now. Let me check again. It's this one. Within 20 seconds after using the ability skill Icy Pause, the unit will also fire off 3 Icy Pause when party members triggers Superconduct or Stellar Conduct reactions. Icy Pause fired this way cannot generate elemental particles, nor will they generate a shield upon hitting opponents. This effect can occur once every 3.5 seconds. I wish it did, though. Wish it did, give shield. Additionally, when inside Pulsar Field, the unit will enter Radiant Stellar Conduct state. So I assume we just use her like before then.
ルナの特製ドリンクにゃ。
With Razor, what you want to do is skill, 3 normal attacks, dodge, 3 normal attacks, then skill again. You can hold, or you can tap. Hold gives you more energy, while tap, of course, is faster. Using an ult also resets your skill cooldown. I used to be a Razor main back in the day. So I know a lot about using Razor. Wrong button. Also wrong button. Razor's ult also increases his normal attack speed, so that's why you know, the attacks right now are really slow. Ow. I believe on C4 or so, using his normal attack, not normal attack, normal skill reduces enemy defense. So usually you want to use the tap skill rather than the hold. The only time I've ever used his hold skill is to break ores. He's basically Zhongli in terms of breaking ore. With Beto here now.
ってことは、私が引いたこのカードはなかなかいいカードってことだな。
運命とはあくまで運命。初めからいいも悪いもないよ。だが、その正位置の力に限って言えば、お前の仕事にぴったりの意味を持つね。力は情熱や勇気、自信、渇望、そして完璧で迷いのない愛を象徴しておる。どのような突発的な事態に直面しようとも、お前ならその場を主導し掌握できるだろうね。
そいつは褒めすぎじゃないか。いい毛が出たら代金を弾むのが私たちの掟でな。ほら、机の上に置くよ。もし時間があれば、私の船の仲間たちも見てやってくれないか。
そんなことを頼まれたのは初めてだよ。
あいつらは南から北まで風に吹かれ波に揉まれながら何年も後悔してきた。みんな山ほどの悩みを抱え込んでいるはずなんだ。あいつらの親分とはいえ、私じゃ解決してやれない問題もある。せっかくあんたみたいな占い師に出会えたんだ。船に来てもらってあいつらの心につっかえてるもんを解消してくれないかと思ったのさ。報酬なら心配いらない。今回いくつか大きな商売をしてかなり稼げたからな。
面白そうだが遠慮しておくよ。わしのカードボックスには大人数を占えるほどのカードは入っておらん。
お、旅人にパイモン、久しぶりじゃないか。あんたたちも僕戦を頼みに来たのか。
Hey Beto, what are you doing in Fontaine?
もちろん商売をしに来たのさ。ついでに誰かさんのために新しい商売のルートを調べにな。
A certain someone, I'm guessing it's Ningguang?
他に誰がいる？
Yep.
当然我らが天チュエン様だよ。あの女、今度は何を企んでいるのか知らないが、数日前に突然フォンテーヌでいい商売ができるって持ちかけてきたんだ。私が何か言う前にあいつは詳細な計画書を取り出して、そこに書かれたルートに従って進めばいいって言ってきてな。事前に部下を派遣して調べさせたらしい。ちょうど最近は急ぐ仕事もなかったから、彼女の言う通りに来てみたら、何もかもがものすごく順調に進んだんだ。本来なら半月はかかるはずだった仕事が1週間ちょっとで終わったのさ。だったらすぐ帰るのももったいないし、いっそここでもう少し遊んでいこうと思ったんだ。仲間にも休暇をやって息抜きをさせている。昨日はホテルドゥボールを貸し切ってみんなでとことん飲んだよ。あいつらはまだホテルで寝ている。 私は外で風に当たって酔いを覚ましていたんだけど、少し歩いたところでこちらの戦車さんに呼び止められて、カードを1枚引いてくれって言われてな。
You already drawn one.
ほら、
You've already
こ
drawn
の
one.
力ってカードだ。見たところ良さそうなカードだけど、正の向きだからさらにいいってことか？
正位置の力か。なんていうか、確かに北斗らしい気がするぞ。
ああ、さて、そのカードに込められたもう一つの意味について話そうかね。
まさか何か悪い知らせでもあるのか？
言っただろ、よしあしなんてないよ。占いとも直接の関係はないし、ちょっとした気まぐれな思いつきとして捉えとくれ。外面的な力にしても内面的な精神にしても、確かにお前は強い。例えるならお前は暗闇の中の灯火だ。闇を払い迷える者に進むべき道を導く。だがよく覚えておきな。それに引き寄せられるのは道に迷った弱者だけじゃない。虫けらもまた明かりに群がり、光と熱を奪い合うんだよ。灯火は奴らにも等しくぬくもりを与えられると信じて、より激しく燃焼しようとする。そうしなければ光が弱まってしまうと考えるのさ。厄介な虫けらども追い払ってくれる者がいればまだ救いはあるだろうが、もしそうでないのなら、いずれ灯火も取るに足らぬ虫けらのために自分ごと燃やし尽くしてしまうかもしれないよ。
そう考えると私には何の問題もないな。私にはある友人がいる。彼女は昔から人の悩みを解決するのが得意で、それに目が届きにくい場所に潜んでるネズミなんかをよく自分の手で駆除しているよ。
それは珍しいね。お前の口ぶりからして随分その友人を信頼しておるようだ。そのものなら道を見失うこともなさそうじゃないか？
あいつがもしあいつが道に迷うようなら、リーユへの全国民が迷子になっちまうな。
That referring to Yellow Ningguang, but I assume it's
あいつ
Ningguang.
が教えてくれたルートで道理でな。おかしいと思っていたんだ。あの女が本気ででかい商売をする気なら、私がここでのんびり過ごしているのを許すわけがない。
I suppose this is what you should expect from a Tianquan. Even giving someone time off requires an elaborate ruse.
簡単に言うと、行幸は北斗に休みをあげたかったんだな。でも、なんでこんな回りくどいことをしたんだ？
あの女ならきっとこう言うだろう。回り道をしなければならないこともあるわ。それこそが近道なのよ。ってな。彼女の複雑な考えなんてさっぱりわからない。けど、商売のルート拡大には私が不可欠なんだ。悪いようにはされないだろう。私という力のカードは先陣を切って波をかき分け、ただひたすら突き進んでいけばいいだけさ。おっと、もうこんな時間か。仲間の様子を見に戻るとしよう。ついでに酔いを覚まさせて出航の準備をさせないと。旅人パイモン、それに戦車さんも機会があったらまた会おう。このカードもなかなかの珍品だな。人にあげてもいいのか？いや、ダメだろうな。ま、見せるくらいなら大丈夫か。
迷えるものを庇護し導く光、そして光を求めず手を差し伸べるもの。面白いじゃないか。暇があればリーユへに行ってみるかね。
I wonder if we get like Barblov's Teyvat World Tour. Anyway, let's listen to the story. As in looking at Beta's buff. Alright. She's actually buffed by Imagining Theory, is it? Yeah, she's buffed by Megan in theater. Sino also has the buff. Diona as well. And like half of the characters are, the buff. Polaris. Polaris is a star, I believe. When holding down an elemental skill Tide color, 1 stack of power will be accumulated every 0.8 seconds, even when not under attack. This increases damage dealt at the point of unleashing. Additionally, holding down to unleash Tide color and hitting the opponent also gives an extra boost based on power accumulated. Every stack active decreases Beta's elemental skill cooldown by 4 seconds, as well as regenerating 8 elemental energy for her. This effect can trigger once every 15 seconds. Additionally, when inside a pulsar field, Beta will enter Radiant Stellar Conduct state. So you want to hold down her skill for 4 stacks, is it? 1 stack. Let's see how much stacks can there be. I don't know how many stacks she can have. But you want to at least hold it down for 1 second to make use of the buff. Right. So her ult first. Okay, you can actually see the buff. She changes stance when it's active. Like that. I might hold her down to see like what her seems like 2 stacks is the maximum. You see her stance changes, like 1 stack, 2 stack. Yeah, you can basically use her hold skill twice, and then there's like a roughly 8-second cooldown. Pretty good. Let's see, maybe hold on. I'm so sorry.
あそこにいるのって水木とバクじゃないか？もうバーベロスと話してるのか？
旅人とパイモン？さっきバーベロスさんから君たちのことを聞いてね、会えたらいいなって思ってたんだよ。どうやら運命はすでに私たちが出会う場所を用意してくれてたみたい。
Are you hearing Honey, Mizuki?
まあそうとも言えるかな。心理学の知識を普及するための永遠の準備が順調に進めば、この辺りを散策して息抜きできるかも。でもそれまではやっぱり仕事に集中しないとね。
What about psychology? Is this a new form of therapy?
永遠ってそんなこともできるのか？なんだかすごそうだな。
最近思いついた新しい手法だよ。前に愛想戦闘の宣伝をした時、フォンテーヌの英英を参考にして娯楽番組をいくつか収録したんだ。そしたらみんなすごく興味を持ってくれたみたいでね。毎回しっかり見てくれただけじゃなく、番組の中で説明した心理学の知識まできちんと覚えてくれたの。だからいっそのこと、直接心理的な病気をお題にした英英を何本か取って楽しみながら学べる形で、みんなに心理学の基礎知識を解説してみようって思ってね。
基礎が身につけば、みんなも心理的な病気に対して基本的な客観的認識を持てるかもしれない。そうすれば、実際に存在する症状をデタラメだと思い込んだり、過剰に恐れたりすることもなくなるでしょ。それに、私が診療するときも、もっと円滑に進むようになるかもしれないし。
Really considered this thoroughly.
そうだね。何せ心の病には形も色もないから。それを把握する、いや、その存在に気づくことすら簡単なことじゃないんだ。けど、それをどう捉えて永遠の台本に落とし込めばいいのかわからないの。恥ずかしい話だけど、普段から心理的な病気に関する論文はたくさん書いてるのに、台本を書くとなると全然筆が進まなくなっちゃって、時には一日中部屋にこもって数行のセリフや数十秒の展開をずっと練り直すんだけど、それでも答えが出ないこともあるんだよ。
It sounds exhausting. You gotta relax.
もしかしたらあとちょっとひらめきが足りないだけかもな。オイラと旅人も何かに行き詰まってる時は別のことをするようにしてるんだ。そしたらピキーンって何か思いつくかもしれないぞ。
私たち同じ考え方だね。だからここに来て、おみくじとは全く違った占いの形式を試してみようと思ったの。こちらの魔女さんの月遊のアルカナが私に特別なひらめきをもたらしてくれるといいな。
ひらめきね。以前アンヤは月遊のアルカナの一枚一枚に特別な童話を書きたいと言っておった。あいつが書きたかった物語はたくさんあったのに、時間は。はあ、お前さんがひらめきを求めておるのなら、カードを一枚引いとくれ。あの魔女の未完の童話が物語のひらめきへの導きになるとよいな。
はい。でも、私が知ってる占いは大抵、鳴神大社に関係するものだったので、カードで占うのは、これが初めてなんです。もし儀式の作法にそぐわないことをしてしまったら、遠慮なく指摘してください。
おや、逆位置の月だね。
Hmm.
月は正位置と逆位置の意味が似ておる。逃避、隠蔽、自己欺瞞。まるで暗い月の下を歩くもののように、進むべき道を見失い、どう抜け出せばいいのかもわからない状態だ。
That sounds a little negative.
そうだな。なんだかその説明だと警告みたいに聞こえるぞ。どう考えてもヤバそうな気がするぜ。
だが、夢水木さんがこの予言を聞けたということは、事態はまだ窮地に陥ってはおらんということでもあるよ。少し努力すれば、道を覆い隠す暗雲から抜け出して、求めるものを見つけられるかもしれない。そう考えることもできる。
逃避と隠蔽、そして自己欺瞞。
単純にカードを読み解くならそういうことだ。もっとはっきり言うと、お前さんはすぐ目の前にある答えから逃げておる。わざわざ遠回りをしてまでそれから離れようとね。
つまり、私の台本を批評してくれる人は、実はすぐ目の前にいるということですか？
Probably us.
台本に限った話じゃないがね。ただ具体的にカードが持つ意味をどう理解するかは自分次第だよ。
目の前にある答え、遠回りの逃避。何を指してるのか、だいたい分かってきたよ。言われてみれば、確かに私は自己欺瞞してる。それか無意識のうちに遠回りをするようになってたみたい。以前から八重堂を訪ねて、宮司様に永遠の台本について 助言をもらおうと思ってたんだけど、心理療法の観点から言えば、それも無意識の逃避ってことになるね。ありがとうございます、バーベロスさん。やっぱりカードは私にひらめきをもたらしてくれました。
礼には及ばないよ。運命の糸を解きほぐしたのはお前さんで、わしはその糸口を渡してやっただけさ。ただその宮司もまた運命に翻弄される者の一人だ。絡み合う糸は往々にして厄介事を引き起こすものだよ。その観点からすれば、お前さんがそのものと距離を置くのも決して悪いこととは言い切れないね。
宮司様に原稿を見てもらって少し意見をもらうだけなら、その運命に関わることはありませんよね。
さっきも言った通り、解釈はお前さん次第だよ。わしは1枚のカードから未来の細部まで見通せるわけじゃない。実際に運命につまずいてみなければ、自分が歩む道に張られた糸に気づくことなどできやしないのさ。あの小娘も言っておったな。変えられない、逆らえない、受け入れる以外何もできないのが運命の運命たるゆえんなのです。だったか。とにかくわしはお前さんの永遠を楽しみにしておるよ。
Alright, now it's time for her. Sorry, listening. Even though we're not really listening, we're more just fighting. Alright, what is her buff? Let's see. Vespi Dream? What is it? I think it's this one, but I'm not sure. Yep, seems to be it. When Mizuki triggers a swirl reaction along the Dream Drifter state, I believe that's her skill state. Yep, that's her skill state. The next instance of periodic AoE animal damage she deals to nearby enemies during the same state will be increased to 1000% of her elemental mastery. The aforementioned effect can trigger once every 2.5 seconds. Additionally, while Mizuki is in the Dream Drifter state, the elemental mastery of nearby party characters is increased by 10% of Mizuki's elemental mastery. Okay. Ult. Skill. Ult again. And then we just do this. Reset. I believe Mizuki is supposed to be either for Stellar Swirl, as you can see, as we're doing right now, a Stellar Swirl, or she's just getting a general buff for any reaction-based teams. There we go. I believe that's all the characters we can buff at the moment. As in, I don't have any of the characters that can be buffed. Seems like it. I believe we have a new item. Oh, right here. Vicious Revelation Case. The case Barbeloff once carried has found its way into her possession. Within it sleep all the oracles, both those already revealed and those yet to open their eyes. Whether their words may one day steer the course of fate? Barbeloff would only say this. Hehehe, the true colors of fate are never meant to be revealed lightly. Besides, a future with secrets yet to unfold is far more delightful. Would you not agree? I agree. I guess all that's left, before we do Imaginary Theater, is Nicole Switch's homework. The role of a guide. Nicole will fulfill her duty. She definitely won't allow you to work for free. If you want to find Nicole, head to the Midget's Tea Party spot just outside Mondstadt. I mean, is it really outside Mondstadt? That's not Mondstadt City, but it's, this is still Mondstadt, Oh, right. Speaking of, never mind. We'll do that later.
もう行っちゃうの？ちょっとバービーったら、まだあなたから受け取ってないものがたくさん。
Is this a bad time? Maybe you should come back later.
いいえ、あなたたちが来たタイミングはバービーの予言とほぼ一致してるわ。もっと遅くなるかと思ってたけれど、でも話の前に軽く何か食べてきたら？
Did Barbaros prophecy say food made hungry? Is hunger something that could be prophesized too?
違うの。私は耳がいいから、パイモンのお腹の音が聞こえただけよ。
Bruh.
今のはこいつの代わりになったんだぞ。おいらたち二人とも腹ペコだから。
How was I supposed to know that place would run out of steak? We ate all that salad, but it all just felt like a bowl of green air.
安心して。
Okay.
魔女ともあろうものが遠路はるばる来てくれたゲストを空腹になんてさせないわ。さあ、クッキーもケーキも用意してあるわよ。
Before we continue, vegetables are very filling because our stomachs cannot digest cellulose. That's why people always say, "Oh, hey, eat fiber. Fiber is going to help you not be constipated." It's because fiber cannot be digested. So what happens is that in your intestines, fiber draws water, balances the water in your intestines. So and it also helps move your defecation along because there's enough water in your stool. So if it's too dry, then it's not squishy enough. It's hard to move along in your bowels. If it's too moist, then you would have diarrhea because you have too much water, and that causes an imbalance in your stomach, in your intestines, and whatever. Point is, vegetables are very filling. Compared to stuff, not as filling compared to stuff like carbohydrates because they absorb water and expand, but they're still very filling compared to just regular protein. Paimon happily munch on cookies and cake while gulping down tea. Strangely, no matter how much you eat or drink, the teapot remains half full, and there is always a fresh cookie and slice of cake on your plates.
おいら、もう食べられないぞ。どれだけ食べてもなくならないなんて。
Is this what Mage's tea parties are like? We'll have to bring for us the next time.
ああ、ナタの北条の国のよく食べる女の子のことかしら。アリスから聞いたことあるわ。とても面白いお嬢さんなんですってね。もし彼女が来てくれるのなら、お皿は3、いや、7枚は並べておかないとね。
もう無理だ。おいらお腹いっぱいだ。さあ、本題に入ろうぜ。ごめん。
あなたたちはバービーが私に予言した課題を伝えるために来てくれたのよね。
Knew all along. So just now, Barbalov was.
いいえ、バービーと話していたのは別件よ。月の大異変のせいで水裏の術が狂ってしまったんですって。だからしばらく静かな場所で修行するらしいわ。その間、私が代わりにみんなの課題を見届けるの。ついでに辞典に新しい課題を書き込む手伝いもすることになっているのよ。
担当者ってそんな簡単に変えていいものなのか？
If anyone could do it, it's Nicole.
できるようになるつもりなんてなかったのよ。でもバービーとアリスったらこの話を私にする前に特別な課題を勝手に辞典に入れちゃったんだから。本当はそれを消してのんびり世界を観測していたいのだけれど、アリスはテイワットの教会を守らなきゃいけないし、
バービーも修行に行くって言うから。オクタビアは帰ってこないし、ましてやレインドットなんて言うまでもないわ。魔女のみんなもそれぞれ事情があるから、しばらくは私が課題を監督するしかないの。
I didn't realize the Hexagon Circle was so busy. Now that you mention it, there's quite a lot of you.
そうなのよ。最後にみんなで集まってお茶会をしたのがいつのことなのか、もう覚えてないくらい。とにかく、その特別な課題さえ終えれば、私の物語も正式に辞典に組み込まれることになるわ。そうすれば、ちゃんと世界を観測して、みんなを導けるようになるから。旅人、パイモン、私に課題の内容を教えて。そうそう。これは予言ではなく、バービーとアリスが10分前にでっち上げただけの物語だから、あまり役に立つ情報は得られないと思うわ。
確かにそうだな。オイラたちがあの時点で見たのは複雑な課題じゃなかったし。というか、たった二言だけだったぞ。
Nicole will fulfill her duty. She definitely won't allow you to work for free. That's all there is.
そう。前半の文はバービーで、後半は間違いなくアリスが書き加えたものね。じゃあ、早速今回の課題を始めましょう。まずは。
Hold on. You actually understood what they wanted you to do? I didn't understand a word of it.
さっきバービーと話したついでに、私のやるべきことを教えてもらったわ。責務を果たすっていうのは、それぞれの課題の場所に行って状況を確認する。つまり、実地調査をするってことよ。
そんなのありなのか？全然予言って感じがしないぞ。
あら、そんなことないわ。これは十分予言と言えるわよ。この課題はバービーが執筆したものだけれど、彼女はただ物語の最後のページを事前に開いて結末を教えてくれただけ。
Isn't that a massive spoiler? Does this mean I give him for nothing?
無駄足なんかじゃないわ。課題はあなたが伝えなきゃいけないの。この形式こそが重要なのよ。この手順を書いたら課題自体が成り立たないかもしれないんだから。そんなことより行くわよ。さあ、ついてきて。まずはそうね、ここが良さそう。
もう行くのか？ちょっと待ってくれ。行くってどうやって？
And we get teleported. In the blink of an eye, you find yourself standing at the edge of the cliff.
はい、到着。この洗礼の庭はいい場所にあるわね。ほら見て。あそこが課題の出発点よ。
Really, Court? Did you just use it to?
そうよ。先を急ぐために洗礼の庭をちょっと借りただけ。ここは地脈とつながってるし、普段は誰も使っていないから、すごく便利なのよ。
Imagine if Nicole could actually use these in gameplay. They act like extra teleport points.
それに、私と洗礼たちは、昔は天の使い。つまり、元同僚だったんだしね。たまに借りても、怒られたりしないわよ。
Hey, didn't you and I once perform a duet on that island in
辞
distance?
典で見たわ。結果から見て、あなたとバルバトス様は素敵な合奏をしたようね。唯一残念なのは、バービーに音符一つたりとも聞かせられなかったことよ。アリスがこれを聞いたときは、帽子を落としちゃいそうなくらい笑っていたのよ。さあ、次の場所へ向かいましょう。
Where did Kess spawn?
ここは放浪寮か？課題をこなせそうな場所には見えないけどな。
これでも一番近い洗礼の庭なのよ。大丈夫。私たちが探している課題の出発点もそう遠くないとこにあるから。
狼たちいつの間に近づいてきたんだ？おいらたち悪気はなかったんだ。それにレザーの知り合いだし。
Hey, isn't this reason I once fought here together?
あのレザーという子は運命で定められていた戦いに見事勝利したわね。きっとルピカと一緒にいる限りどんな敵が相手でも勝てると思うわ。彼のルピカもきっとそう思っているはずよ。はい、ここもチェック完了ね。疲れたし一旦帰ってお茶を飲みましょう。
There's a door right here.
うわあ、この扉いつ現れたんだよ。
There's a note stuck to it. The style, it feels familiar.
このステッカーの絵、アリスが描いたものね。何か書いてあるわよ。どれどれ。課題の指導、お疲れ様。早く家に帰って温かいお茶でも飲んで。追伸、扉の向こうにサプライズが待ってるよ。家に帰る。見覚えがある扉だと思ったけれど、まさか。
The couple pushes the door open, then strides through purposefully as you. Or you don't disappear that fast, come on.
また場所が変わったな。ここは。
Hold on, over there. There's a huge Seelie card in here.
あの日、アリスが素敵なティールームを作るんだとか言って、急に部屋の鍵を借りに来たのは、こういうわけだったのね。ティールームならもうあるって言ったのに。
But this is a gift from Alice. But why would she give you a Seelie card?
導きの終わりや旅のゴールの象徴、そして円満な予言を表すわ。あなたたちも洗礼の後をついていったことがあるでしょ。洗礼が洗礼の庭に戻って初めてその導きは完結する。だから無理やり作られたこの課題に明確な終着点を用意するためにバービーとアリスはここに洗礼の庭を作ったのよ。そうすることで初めて他の課題に干渉することなく私の物語をみんなの物語の中に組み込むことができるの。
君は精霊じゃないよね。
ああ、似たようなものよ。どちらも前までは天の使いだったわけだし。まあいいの。だいたいそういう意味ってこと。小説を書くのと同じで大枠さえ合致していれば中身の細かい部分は工夫次第でどうとでも辻褄を合わせられるのだから。とにかく私があそこに座ればこの課題は終わるはず。とはいえ急ごしらえの物語だとこんな感じになってしまうわよね。ハイヤがいればもっと簡潔で巧妙な物語を考えついたかもしれないけれど。
I see, and here was me thinking it would end with a treasure chest.
もちろんそれも欠かせないわ。
急にこの課題も理にかなったものに思えてきたぞ。
But this is what it feels like when the pieces all fall into place. Because the outline really is key.
そうそう、その感覚よ。この指導も無駄ではなかったようね。どうやら私の物語も正式に辞典に組み込まれたみたい。それでは今回の課題はここでおしまい。みんなのこれからの課題には正式なサポート役がつくから。
Will there be more chests for those assignments too?
それはまあみんながこれから作り上げる課題にかかってるわ。できることなら私もみんなの課題の道中に宝箱を埋めていろんなヒントを仕込んでみんながそれをたどって宝箱を掘り当てるのを見守りたい。それが私にとって最高に嬉しいの。 でもバービーにずっと見張られてるのよ。はあ、実現する機会はなさそうね。
Gotta talk to Nicole, but let's open the chest. And that is Nicole Switch's homework complete. Let's see what it does, because I don't know what it does. Witch's Eve, right? Light in the darkness. After completing Witch's homework, the role of guide, Nicole becomes a Hexaway character. Increases the damage dealt by Hexaway characters. Arcane projections by 30% of her attack. Did it not do that before? I swear it did. Okay, never mind. Whatever. So, when you use your ult, Nicole summons for projections, scaling off projections of your team's characters, and all of them deal 135% of their attack. If they're a Hexaway character, it will do 300%. I believe that's 3 times damage. So 3 times 135% of their attack. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Right, neat. Let's talk to Nicole.
それでは今回の課題はここで。
Okay, you already said that. How do we get back here, though? That's what I want to know. Because I know you can come back here. Door is gone. Is it here? It's either here or where Nicole lives. Let's see, is there like an interaction thing? Doesn't look like it. Let's go to Nicole's place. This one? Yep. A small lodge.
またこの光の玉だ。追いかけよう。光の玉が扉の向こうに消えたぞ。ってことはこの扉はもう開けられるってことだよな。
I believe it leads to that room we were in, but I'm not 100% sure. No. Maybe there's another room. Maybe that's the room. Maybe, we'll see.
いらっしゃい。
うわ、おしゃれで立派な家だな。内装もすっごく綺麗だぜ。
Nicole, it's an honor to be here.
お目が高いわね。そう言ってもらえると、この数日間、時間を見つけては心を込めてデザインした甲斐があったわ。もっと言うと、この秘密の小屋が完成した時のことから話せないとね。もともと調子がいいうちに、他にもいくつか魔女の小屋を建てようと思っていたのだけれど、誰一人新しいアイデアを出してくれないし、時間が経つうちにやる気がなくなっちゃったの。楽しいだけじゃなく達成感も得られる方法はないかしらと考えていたら、ピカーンとひらめいたのよ。
待て待て、突然答えが出たのか？
そんなことどうだっていいでしょ。ほら、もう目の前にあるわよ。
この扉の向こうか？
実はこの扉だけじゃないの。けれどあながち間違いではないわね。何事にも順序があるし、まずはここから始めましょうか。準備はいい？
ちょっと待ってくれ。喋るのが早すぎて理解が追いつかないぞ。オイラたちは何を準備すればいいんだ？
ああ、緊張しないで。何も準備しなくていいのよ。今のは形式的に聞いてみただけだから。見たところ、あなたたちはまどろっこしい説明よりも探索の過程で楽しさを見出す方が好きなタイプじゃないかしら。
You're not certainly wrong, but I'd still quite like an introduction this time.
嬉しいこと言ってくれるじゃない。それじゃあ本当に遠慮
なく説明させてもらうわよ。私たち天の使いのことはよく知っているわよね。人を宝探しに導く時のあの満足感たら、いつやってもあれには夢中になっちゃうの。人のためになることをするのなら、まずは自分の友達のことを優先すべきだって思ったのよ。そこでひらめいたの。この小屋をみんなが楽しめる遊び心いっぱいの場所にするってね。そしてそれぞれの部屋に宝物も隠しておいたわ。実を言うとね、数多くの天の使いの中でも特に私は物を隠すのが得意なのよ。もし私が本気で宝箱を埋めて案内もしなければ、たとえあなたたちでも数ヶ月かけたって見つけられっこないと思うわ。話がそれちゃったわね。とにかくあなたたちを困らせるつもりはないし、私のささやかな趣味のために荒野を駆け回る必要もないわ。この部屋の中で宝物を象徴する羽を3枚見つけ出せたらクリアよ。その時は必ず私の前で宝箱を開けてちょうだい。
わかったぞ。もうお宝が待ちきれないぞ。
私も待ちきれないわ。
Right. There's that. I believe this is from the last update, so we're not going to dwell too long on that. What I want to do, which is launch, is find that room. This doesn't count as a feather, it seems like. Yes, this is it. Get up in this chest. We can sit in this chair. Nothing seems to happen. But if we sit down with Nicole, I believe Nicole's the only one who does this. I'm not 100% sure. We also saw, this effect when she sat in the chair during the quest, towards the end of the quest. What I want to know is the Shibai count, because Shibai is also an angel. So if anyone can do it, it's probably her. No. Anyway, what I was trying to show off earlier, not really show off, but you get the point, is that I also actually did Data Tori off screen. So these are the rewards. Let's look at them. Counterfeit resin. A resin recovered from the shattered depths of the ley lines after defeat of the heretic hidden within Ermin's soul. Once a crystal meant to bear many beautiful memories that make up this world, is now filled instead with delusions and malice that do not belong here. Twisted Withered Branch. A withered branch recovered from the shattered depths of the ley lines after the defeat of the heretic hidden within Ermin's soul. A twisted bough grown from a giant tree meant to remain buried deep beneath the earth. Even cut off from its source, it still holds a strange and malevolent power. Profane Sprout. A sprig recovered from the shattered depths of the ley lines after the defeat of the heretic hidden within Ermin's soul. What should have been a bud of hope has now become a beacon of profanation. Through its spreading veins, the sinful tree continues to climb toward the sky. Honestly, Datori is actually easier than regular Datori. The reason for that is regular Datori has... You need to go into the portal to beat his other clones in order to remove the debuffs and area denial. Datori, however, he doesn't have an alternate field. All you gotta do is that he just summons a wall or something once in a while, and you just break the corner. That's all it takes. It's like Archon Hunt in Warframe, but easier. Okay, now that we've done that, we're gonna save this for later. We're gonna do Imaginary Theater first, because it's a new... it's a new thing, and we've already gotten the buffs. I don't know if I'll reinvest into Chi-Chi, Diona, Beidou, and all that after their buff. Maybe I will, I'm not 100% sure. Especially since subtle reactions are coming up, and we might need certain characters, like Chi-Chi, for example. So we have Pyro, Electro, and Cryo characters, and these form our opening characters. Let's change out our supporting cast. Gonna need you three. Official's fine. My official's relatively built. My Bennett's relatively built. Alchino could be better, could be worse. Who can we give? Nefa? Guess Versa. Not that built clean, so now. Is my Yanfei still built? I don't think people will use my Yanfei, so let's not. Xiangling to pair with Bennett. Never understand. There we go. Let's see. We're gonna be doing hard mode. We're not doing visionary mode. The bosses there. I don't know why I saw someone do IT recently, and he just goes in without looking at the bosses. So we have Jet Plume Terrastream. So you want Electro or Pyro. Power Geofiship. You want shields. When he breathes into the floor, shields can counter and deal like 50% health of damage. This guy you need Pyro. C6. What does you do? 300 times energy, EM increase. That's not. Use Expedo. C1 Ganyu. C6 Diona with no artifacts. We don't have Sandrone. I wonder if anyone has Sandrone. Doesn't look like it at the moment. I don't think my friends have done IT, or at least they haven't updated their support characters yet. C6 Eula and Raiden Shogun. Interesting. I'm thinking Raiden Shogun at the moment. The C6 Raiden Shogun. D2 Skirk. Or C6 Raiden Shogun. C3 Ayaka. I think I'm gonna go with Raiden Shogun. Oh, Eula. We can do Superconduct. Can we? Yeah, we can. And I also have Raiden Shogun, so let's go with Eula. Ayaka's decent, Raiden Shogun, Yoimiya if they have certain units. Maybe not clean. For sure. Versus Electro DPS. Nefa for shields and yeah, just shield I guess. Yensan's not that built. Chevrieus could work. Eulalia is Escoffier. Yeah, let's bring you two. Two more. Xiangling to pair with Bennett. If you have Lohan, you can use Hexarray, and in that case you can use the Coal. Non-fade. Let's check if they have artifacts. These doesn't have artifacts, but we don't need to use her. Okay. So, let's start. We can choose buffs or companions first. Raiden Shogun. Get another character buff. Let's get another character. Enough for shielding. And get a buff. Yeah, let's get whatever. Another buff. Dealing extra damage to embrittled enemies, launch explosive orb at all embrittled opponents. Dealing power damage to embrittled thunder strikes. Depends on if you want extra pyro damage or extra electro damage. I would say power damage is better for the last boss. Like right here you have electro damage. You need extra damage and you need pyro damage here. I think I'm gonna save for that. Because I don't really know. This guy. You want to use a cryo DPS. Pyro also works, but cryo has better effect on electro shields. And these guys are just weaker. Okay. Inefa and Beta are only, I guess the Yona are shield characters. So let's try not to use them too early. We can use Electro Shield early, not too early, at least here, because we need Electro Shield for this boss, so we shouldn't use Inefa here. We shouldn't use the Beta here as well for the same reason. So that leaves the Yona, if we need to use her shield. Okay. Your bishops. Save Electro DPS, so so at least we should save these three. Wish we had more crowd characters. Because we need Pyre for that last boss, if you guys recall. Pick you two first. Kinda glad I got my characters, but the problem is we still don't have enough characters. That's a problem with Imagining Theater, in my opinion. Shooter, we have support. Unfortunately, that is our support. What if we could just go in like this? Who do I not like to use? Okay, we have 3 shielders. Do we have more shielders coming up? Technically 2. We need 4 shielders. Is there someone who we can use? Guess enough is only choice. We need to form. We can form resonance this way, and with Ganyu's playstyle, we need someone who we need characters who don't have much on-field time required. If we use Beta, then we have to use her for a few more seconds to use her charge skill. So unfortunately, this is how we're gonna have to do it. We have enough shields through Seelie and Yanfei, these to provide shields. So we can, in theory, have a character for shielding in every stage. Alright. Let's start. Let me check if I have stuff. Nope. Okay. There we go. Not surprising we did this pretty easily because we have the most cracked characters in the game. Ooh, Yanfei. Just what we need, a Shielding. Super Conduct. We do have Eula, so we could get this. And okay. 65 and me. 65 seconds, sorry. 65 as well. This has the most time. These are also elite units. One elite unit there, V2. This guy's elite. I say we should do this one. Power advantage. Who can we use here? Oop, sorry. With the camera. Yanfei Beidou. Radiation and Diona, I guess. Bit too much shield, so let's not. You know, Beidou, Raiden Shogun, Bennett? Maybe? Maybe we should use Sino first. Sino, Beidou. Raiden Shogun Bennett. Maybe should we? I guess we can. Yeah, we can expend Beidou first. I think this is fine. Not ideal, but we're gonna have to make do. Yeah, see, I missed the enhanced skill right there. That's the problem with Sino. We also saw, but that's fine. As long as we don't miss any more than that. Okay. Ooh, let's get Fischl. We need more lecture right now. And then a companion. And Xiangling with Bennett. Buff Superconduct. Right, Divergence. Physical Cryolectro. I think that's better. Companion. Okay, boss. Well, little pyro here, but not too much. I don't think we have that little bit of pyro available. Okay. Sino, official. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Either Ineffa or Beto. I'm gonna go for Beto because Ineffa's shield is stronger. So if we go up against, let's say, the next Geobishop, we will at least have a better shield. A more reliable shield.
影のカラス優也を求めはっ料理の時
これが海山を滅ぼした力だ。この身で万象を粛清する。はっちっちゃやっ在下を立つ。審判の時だ。やっ炭になるがいい。
姿を見
無意味な抵抗は勝利をしてやる。お前の罪を無駄だ。在下を立つ。やっ審判の時だ。
We might not make it.
話が通じないなら叩く断罪の
これが海山を
And we did it! 5 seconds left.
力だ。
Alright. We do have a little bit of Electro left, so let's go to Chevrier's. Let's get a character. Lolly.
遅刻なんてしてないからね。
I would rather get a buff. This is 100, so it's a bit expensive. Not buff, we don't have enough. It's defense, multiple small guys, or a bunch of these guys. We have much crowd control. We have Ganyu. I think it's better to have small guys because these guys are going to spawn a lot more of them. These guys, they spawn in waves of 3 at most. But they might be a bit tankier, given that there are newer enemies. So, Ganyu, yeah, official. I'm gonna use Diona instead of Seelie. Diona's ult field has a longer duration. Seelie has a longer application with her skill, but you know. Last character. Let's expend Yanfei.
瑠璃のように落ちなさい。おさわりき短所鉄拳くらえトンそこだ。あいやこれ下がれ。
Well, I shouldn't have used Yanfei against these guys. They have more resistance
相関化粧
to fire. Crap.
部外者禁止ボーンそこだ。
Hold on. Okay, I gotta go. I'll be back in like God knows how long. 20 minutes, I'd say. But we'll see. Probably a lot longer. I don't have a BRB message apparently. Now we do. Hey, we're back. Let's restart. Since I was interrupted, and also I could not use Yanfei for the first guys. Do you need to change? I suppose not. Maybe we just use Yanfei's skill once to trigger melt or overload.
反省しなさいよっぱらいさん。
夜の権限下がれ食らえ元王帝君のために相関化粧燃えよほれ
姿を見せ。
Yeah, we gotta keep this guy's aggro on us. Thunder Shield is actually tanking quite a bit considering my Fiona has no artifacts.
部外者禁止この仕事は排除するべきだ食らえ
影のカラスが優也を。リオナの特製ドリンクじゃ。
炎軍の剣ほれ行く下がれやトンよそこだは
Keep them away from the monolith.
トン食らえ燃えよほれよいやそこだ
捕まえたにゃ。
相関化粧風雪の縮図部外者禁止ほれ
Not ready.
飲みすぎだよ。
ボンおさわり禁止やっ
お嬢様の仰せのままに
Prevent her
仕事
ult
は排除するべき
onto Cryo.
短所鉄拳そこだ
Yanfei because priorities were damaged to Cryo.
食らえ
They are Cryo aligned after all.
そこだ
That guy's almost dead.
ほれボンそこだ食らえ行くぞ相関化粧
断罪の。どこから。私を甘く見ないで。公主決定。リオナの特製。
元王帝君のために
For one of them, we will be done.
夜の権限部外者禁止
There we go. Yeah, I think we did better given that I didn't use Yanfei on the Pyro guys. Ooh, let's go Eula. C6 Eula. Ooh, get a buff first. You increase and increase damage by 60%. Increases melt for 30% for 9 seconds. I'd get this one because AoE, just in case there's multiple enemies. Get a companion. We don't really have freeze, do we? So let's go with Razor.
どこに行けばいい
Okay. 3 of these guys. Or these guys, 5 of them. Oh no, this is 12. This is the boss, so 4 stages left. I think we're not going to do this side because we don't have Dendro to reveal them. Let's go with this side. Since they have Hydro already on them, we can't really use Chevreuse. Let's use Eula because we can instantly freeze them, so they can't really do damage to us. So Lally for the shield. Crap. I think we do have 4 stages left, so we don't have to use actually, we're gonna have 1 power DPS. Crap. Do we have enough shields? Rest are all DPS units. We should get a Scoffier next, so that we have more cryo. Yeah, this is fine. Reduce your beat resistance. Use your reaction weaknesses. Use you by this time. And we got this. Eula. There we go. Next, Escoffier. We need her. How many need shield? Can we get a crowd companion? That's a DPS. Companion random, sure. We don't. Yeah, we need an extra DPS more than Pyro. And then we don't have enough for a buff. Let's do the boss. We have Yanfair set Lally left for shielding. I don't mind using Alakino here because if we use Alakino here, we. I think I might use Veresa here. Yes, Eula is on 1 charge. I might need Eula here. I mean, Alakino here, but if I use Alakino now, then we won't be able to use Alakino on the boss. So Veresa it is. Veresa, we can go for Overload then. 1 slot left. Get a Scoffier. Oh, we need a shield. Right. Only shield is Lally or Yanfei. Given that we're using Veresa here, we're gonna use Lally. This also works out because if Veresa is on cooldown, we can use Veresa to pair with Lally for physical damage.
しくらえ渾身の一撃ヒーロー剣山頭突きはーいくよジャスティス
動くな
Okay, we just need to wait for him to use his skill, and then we can have our shield ready. Right now.
最後の警告だ
口封じは任せたからね
これは必要
突撃ナイスドーンヒーロー剣山
動くな
頭突きヒーロー剣山ドーンいくよヒーロー剣山キュッシュトラリーイチパパこうよ
We're so close. Restart. This time... I think Versa couldn't really work because we didn't have enough power for Overload for Chevriers. What if we use the Scoffier? That can do Superconduct more. Yeah, that could probably work. You can get more Superconducts this way.
悪用の力を思い知りなさい君の負けだよジャスティス頭突きジャスティスジャスティスジャス
We use his skill first, but whatever. Did the shield work or did it not work? I can't tell.
包み目よ平穏調に口封じは任せたからねドーン突撃ドーンいくよ大火弾オロ手加減なしよレーターの時
We definitely have shield this time. Yeah, I don't think the shield worked on the first time. Yeah, let's restart. The shield didn't work first time. If the shield worked, then the boss would probably be low enough for us to get the start. You know what? We should use Versa to dash once to move closer. Like that.
直前に悪用の力を思い知りなさい包み目よレーテナ様どうか力をジャスティス
Because the rotation would give us just enough time to get another one of her skills recharged.
レーターの時間よさあ働きなさいシュトラリーイチパパ
Our shield should last long enough. There we go. And he didn't use his skill again. That means we're not getting the star. What it does mean though is that we can at least clear it. There we go. Hopefully we have enough stars by the end of this. We don't really have Hexaray, so yeah. Get a buff. Got a cooldown. I'll pick this one. Did I pick the right one? I think I did. Yeah, I picked the right one. We need Pirate for the last guy. We can get a buff. Yeah, let's get the buff here. And buffs all blessings, right? Yeah, buffs everything. We don't have enough. 2 Wyobs or a little lectern. I believe this is one of the not Sumeru guys. No, it's not Cry. But we don't have Lunar. So let's not do it. Let's do this one. We need... Ooh, that's a bit of a problem. Because we need Power for you, we need Hydro for you, but we don't have Hydro. Can we refresh? No. Crap. I have a requirement, but also a Power immunity. Man, what do you need, man? I guess Electro would work on these guys, wouldn't it? The problem is what Electro characters do we have? 1. Right. Interviews for the overload. Yanfei for burst damage, and then Eula can just do her thing. Not great. Let's restart. I messed up. We need Farissa to do a hit first, and then Chevrys can do her thing. I'll look at your comment in a bit. We break his shield, we get our energy back. Like that. Wrong button. This guy's power, right? Forgot. Okay. Hi, Lonely Lolly. I don't know if I want Ayaka or Clay. They're both not great choices at this point. Let's get... Can we make melt? Yes, we can. That's probably what we can do at this point. Yep, that's all we need, or we can get rather. So I could probably have used Arakino there, couldn't I? Instead of Yanfei. Would have done more damage. Yeah, we're missing out on like one too many stars this season. Should I rewind? Yeah, let's rewind. Might as well. We're at the end. Rewind. It's rewind time. Yep. We're back here. Get a melt. Ooh, that's not ready yet. Companion. Nope. Refresh. I don't want you. Let's get Pyro. Then buff everything. Okay. Fight you again. We can use Arakino this time. Arakino. We want... you three again? First guy's Cryo. We use it first to close the distance. And then Trevius and then Arakino to beat the crap out of it? No, we use Arakino to first strike, close the distance. Rest to cause overload, and then apply another stack of Electro, and then we use Trevius. Okay. I think we can kill this guy in time. Yep. We got it. Whew. Okay. Doesn't really matter. Buff. Then we don't have enough. Yeah. Once again, Arakino DPS. We're gonna bring these two for sure. OP as hell units, why would I not bring them? And then I guess you for melt. Sure. Seems good. Okay, one more rotation and he's done for. There we go. 2 seconds left. Actually, it looks kind of cool here. Right. Could be better, could be worse. Yeah, let's skip all this. These 2 stars, yeah, seems about right. And for that, we're clearing Act 8 on hard mode. 620 premium gems, 3 medals. How many is this? 400k Mora, 15 sanctifying essence, and bunch of books. And for getting 6 stars, just right, get a transient resin and 8 sanctifying unctions. Okay. New boards. Right. There's certainly more stuff to do. For example, we have Nicole's place to deal with. We have the moon. We have the event. How many days left? A bit. So yeah. Next up on Genshin Impact, we'll be doing the summer event because that's gonna end faster, and I assume it needs a few days to for all the event gamers to come out. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, give a like, comment, subscribe, you know. Do tell me about how Sandroni's passive works. Until next time, be good, be well, be happy, be safe, be nice. Be healthy. Yep. Enjoy next 24 hours. I'm gonna go cry now. Oh, and about the Twitch rewards. I only got 4 of them because I was watching another content creator stream, and the view time was going towards that. And until that one was finished, I didn't get my Genshin rewards. So now I have my rewards. Yeah, which is fine, which is good. I mean, actually, I can probably claim them now. And then you guys can see what the drops are. If they show up now. I don't know how long they take for them to show up. Doesn't show up yet. Right. I forgot to check show these. 8. So it's this version. After Prune has defeated a certain amount of opponents, the first hit of normal attack would fail to lock on to other opponents. Interesting. I don't use Prune. And I don't think people would use her normal attack unless it's to stack like a buff or maybe sacrificial or something. This is for compensation for update duration. Okay, do I get the mail yet? I don't. Well, guess you guys didn't see it. Actually, payments. I don't know what this is from. I believe this is from a side quest. Don't break the wall. This is from Data Torres boss fight. If you break his wall thing. Local legend. Yes, in Tumble Space. I was trying to explore in between streams to finish the event, but I didn't finish it. So yeah. That's all achievements. Do I have the mail yet? I don't have the mail yet. Okay. Whatever.